All right. How do you get over someone for real? FR.
Cut them out of your life completely. Completely cut them out. Ghost them, block their friends and their family, and then throw out everything they've ever given you.
I was just going to say, time heals all.
No.
It really does.
Literally, stop.
Literally.
Cease and desist.
It's true.
Yeah, sure, time helps, but you know what else helps? A baseball bat. Pull a lemonade on these bitches.
Cheers! Welcome back to Cheers to That Podcast, episode 12 with Andy.
And Willa.
I just did the dead sound, like the heart monitor.
Make it count, play it straight.
Straight.
When you go big time. Big Time Rush?
No.
Nickelodeon?
I know what it is. Never seen or heard.
One of them.
It's gay.
One
Is it homophobic?
No. It's a Zionist. And they're Trumpies. Some of them are Trumpies. Gag. Big Time Rush, do not sponsor
Big Time,
us.
don't rush.
Don't sponsor us. As long Kendall's kind of
Honestly,
seems kind of
don't
cool.
sponsor us and quit.
Yep.
Whatever you do.
No, give up.
Honestly,
please.
are they even a band anymore?
I think they come back.
Were those like those four
hockey
hot
players?
guys?
Yes, the four hot hockey players.
Which
that,
one was which? I don't care.
Carlos was the Latino one. Logan was the short one. James was the one with the Justin Bieber
Always
hair.
Logan is a short name.
Yeah.
Really? That's crazy.
Well, Logan. Well, there's a hi Logan from high school. I'm not gonna say your last name. He was tall. He was taller than I was. 6'2".
Wow. Just proved me wrong. Hey guys.
Hey.
Episode 12. Wow.
Guys, episode 12, and we still don't know what the we're doing.
Wait, right off the top, I have to shout out my
This
Aunt
top.
Jenny.
This top and that top.
Thank you, Aunt Jenny, for this top. This weekend at Easter, she said, I bought this and it didn't fit right, so here you go, and I love it.
And you know what? It fits your tits beautifully, Andy.
I just love an airy shirt.
As opposed to an Ari shirt. Hit the track! All right. Cut the track.
Oh my God. This is going to be wild.
I have had the most, noxious day at work, so I have
Noxious.
to, yeah.
Just obnoxious.
Noxious.
All right, well, thank you, Aunt Jenny. I appreciate it. If you have any more tops, send them my way.
And if any of them named Logan, send it my way.
I'm thirsty. Are you?
For what? Or drinks?
Both. All right, let's get a beverage. Whoa.
Wow, Andy really restocked this 30 seconds before we started the shoot.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What if I just shut it without you grabbing something?
Willa.
Well, 3 of those just fell.
Yeah.
that did not close appropriately.
Willa, what do you have?
Poppy. I don't know. Do they have a theme song?
Poppy.
All you ladies,
Yeah,
pop your
pussy
poppies like this. Hey.
Sip your poppies like this.
Exactly.
All you ladies.
Just do it.
Do it now. Sip it good. Suck that carbonation just like you should.
Well, you up saying sorry.
Well, what the
The track. Cut the track. Cut the lights.
You
cut
couldn't
the
do
track,
any
that
better.
ass. I literally
can't
cracked
improv.
this on beat. Do not play. Anyway, what are you
All right,
drinking?
Poppy, thank you.
Does anyone know the kombucha girl, Brittany Broski? If you see this, which you won't, Brittany Broski, please.
She actually is our number one fan.
Girl.
She reached out. She said, "Hey girls, you're doing a
I've seen the
fabulous
pod.
job."
I've seen the comments. She's not in the comments.
She's in my DMs. We're talking.
Baby,
We're friends.
nobody's in your DM.
It's a ghost town.
Baby, it's do-do-do-do.
No, it's
do-do-do.
Yeah, I was like, where is this going?
It's an old Western ghost town. Wait.
That was really good.
Wait, you kind of... Cheers to that. Wait. Cheers to that.
Honestly, that's what we're cheersing to today.
You're really good, old
I'm
Western.
always on pitch, bitch.
Well.
And what am I drinking? Synergy. Oh, and we have the best flavor. I'm shouting Mitch out right at the top of the episode because that's my little brother. He turned me on to this, and I will never go back.
And he turned me on. You set it up so easily.
Oh, God.
You really did.
Honestly.
Even if that was untrue, you just set it up so correctly.
I'm living here soon.
Oh my God, I forgot. We're releasing the episode.
That's crazy.
Where we talk about you moving in.
We already did. Yeah, this Thursday.
Well, it's 2 days from now, but yeah.
I mean,
That's literally what guys say when they look at your ass. They go,
no, they go, oh, yeah.
I don't know about that.
No, I don't like that.
I still can't tell if that was good or bad.
Oh my God, wait. We have a lot to talk about. But anyways, Synergy Lemonberry. Get it at Wegmans, the co-op. It's so
the
good.
Co-op.
Hey.
Oh my God, early entrance to the pod.
Yeah,
hey,
she wants to be a part of it. She was just eating, I think. All right. Let's cheers.
Kombucha is crazy. The fact that it literally spits in at you is crazy.
It's like live bacteria. It's good for the gut. Good for the gut. Good for the gut. Good for the gut.
You know what's not good for the gut? Douching. Well, depending on how deep you're getting.
And you know what I'm not doing? Douching.
No, I know you are. Don't lie.
No, I don't do that because we're on a celibacy journey.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe.
An in-celibacy journey or?
What's that mean?
Like an incel, involuntary celibate.
Oh, yeah, kind of.
Well,
half and half. All right, cheers to our beverages.
Oh, cheers. Oh my God, that made a really good sound.
Did it? Well, we're going to put the sound over.
I know, but it made a really good sound. I'm sorry,
Anyways,
everybody. That's for us. That's not for you.
This whole thing is for us.
And
nothing
is for
you.
them. No.
All
except,
right.
Except for this episode where we're doing questions that they submitted.
This is for you. What are you dumping out?
Hey, everybody. I'm dumping out shaving. I literally cannot stand shaving. I'm so over it. As somebody whose skin refuses to just get with the program. Diva, we shave every week. No. I only go with the grain because my hairs will become so ingrown.
With the grain.
I have to go with the grain.
You gotta.
Have to.
And I've always said that.
Always said
you gotta go with the grain.
Because if I go against the grain, like if I go like up this way or like up this way against it, ingrown hairs, pustules, just cystic acne on the face.
Pustules. Disgusting.
Papules and pustules.
Say it 5 times fast.
Pustules, pustules.
Papsules, pupsules, papsules, pupsules, papsules, pupsules, papsules, pupsules.
Nope, it's already lost. It's already gone. Completely gone.
That was better than you,
but yeah, I literally, the shaving is so absolutely cracked. I'm so over it. I got a little like mini razor thing that the gold foil.
Razor?
No, the gold foil ones.
No idea what that means.
You know the ones that are like handheld that have like a little like barrel at the top and you push it up and it goes just like bzzz. And it just is like rubs against the skin. They use it at the Supercuts that I go to.
The ones that are like this, they're rounded and they're just like
they don't like actually have like a
ones?
razor. Like the cutting part is on the inside of the foil
of like a
and your
cover.
hair has to like and your hair has to like get into
in.
it. So I
little inside scoop for you non-shavers
so
out
when
there.
I got my hair cut most recently, I'm really good friends with my shout out. Hey, Alexis from, I don't know if we could say her name, so probably doesn't matter. From the Supercuts over by my house. Oh my God,
shout out
incredible.
Carl at Michelle for hair.
But yeah, no, she works at the Supercuts near me and she's so amazing. And she did my sideburns. Like after cutting my hair, did my sideburns with that little like foil razor. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God.
Like to the skin.
Oh, it was like baby smooth and no issues. I didn't feel like I had an ingrown. I didn't think like I got cut. And I was like, what is that? And where can I get that? I ended up spending $100.
And this is why we
at
don't
the
like
Sally
shaving,
Beauty
because we're constantly buying razors.
Well, and then I got that at the Sally Beauty, and it's a reusable one, right? So, and I've been doing this area, but because I did boy drag this past weekend, I fucking
you didn't have
didn't shave, and now my face is like scratchy as all hell, and I want to die. So I'm gonna shave it tonight.
So I also have problems with shaving. I have to shave like every other day almost to like clean this part. Because like hair just grows all over your body when you're Italian or
Puerto Rican,
half Puerto Rican. So it's annoying. So
pour it out all over the floor.
Into my
Pour it into your hole. What your face hole? Go ahead. And then what are you dumping
Speaking
out?
of my face hole,
I literally still don't remember what I'm choosing to.
what I'm dumping out.
Yeah, go up. Go ahead.
You know what I'm dumping out.
Go ahead. Go off, sister. This is the floor is yours.
All I have to say is I'm dumping out my damn canker sore. I have a canker sore problem, and it hurts.
Yeah.
They're not small canker sores.
No, they get pretty big.
And you also have
And I've
problems.
seen them. And I do get canker sores as well. I would also dump that out. I remember what I'm choosing to.
Say it.
I'm choosing to my new drag room.
Ugh.
I made Andy look at it before this. Guys, listen up.
And multiple times on the phone.
Okay, you could literally never. You don't have the talent,
I don't
the
want
skill,
to ever.
the joy, the passion, the
joy,
artistry.
I literally
You
have that in my
nothing.
own life. I
You
don't
have
need.
nothing. You are
I don't
nothing, and you
need to become a
have
different
nothing.
person, bitch.
Yeah, people would like you too. People would really ask you very kindly and also very abruptly and absurdly to change. Whereas me, they don't have to. I just do it because I know my place.
Yeah.
And my place is at the
stay
top
in
of the
that place,
fucking
bitch.
hill, bitch.
Roll down that fucking hill.
Baby, you wish you could. But your ass is too flat, so you would just stop mid-roll.
Talk about rolls.
It's the back rolls right there. Oh, right there. Hey, at least I don't look like my brother's before picture.
I was waiting to see when that was going to come up. You fucking bitch.
Well, I have a half brother that we talked about that I've never met. So.
That you don't even know. I have a headache and you didn't give me Advil. Did you see my text?
Yes, I saw you said you needed Advil. I have ibuprofen upstairs.
Well, we're downstairs, so that doesn't help us.
Well, actually, we do have ibuprofen in
Let's
the other
have
room.
a fighting episode.
We just fist fight. We just get a bunch of just
what
wet
are you choosing
meat
to?
and fist
Okay,
fight.
your fucking room.
Guys, I have so Andy's moving into the bigger of the two spare rooms. I took the smaller one, and my parents and I gathered that room. So after my sister, my mom, and my dad basically for me, I did very little, which I'm very appreciative of.
As you do.
They replastered the walls and painted all the walls in the two spare rooms upstairs. And the smaller of the two rooms is now my drag room, where my dad resealed the door. I got a completely new vanity, completely organized it with a bunch of plastic totes and stuff in the drawers, so that all of my eyeliners and shit and lipsticks aren't rolling
show
all
you
around.
on the pod.
Yeah, it has
pod
built-in
Instagram.
lights, built-in electrical, built-in all this shit, and then they helped me hang these. It's so pussy, and I still haven't gotten ready yet in it. But
When is the first time this weekend?
this weekend on Friday, I'm so excited.
What are you doing on Friday?
Going to Fredonia
Oh, yeah.
with Rocky.
Yeah.
Hey, Rocky Switch, shout out!
Wow, we're shouting everyone out.
Love Rocky Switch. Rocky Switch, if you watch this, he knows he's my dude. That's my dude.
Dude.
So yeah, cheersing to the vanity, cheersing to the drag room, cheersing to how absolutely cunt it looks, how incredible it looks, and all of the amazing art that I'm gonna make in there on my face, your face,
My face will be in that room.
Ditzy shout out, stream stunned by Ditzy Duke on SoundCloud. I'm gonna keep saying it until she releases her next album. So, and you know what? Cheers to the vanity. Cheers to the vanity. Cheers to the drag room.
And we love that.
Now my room can be all for dudes. Back to the straight
Literally
episode.
no, dude.
Calling back to the straight episode. Anyway, what are you cheersing to? Kombucha? Burps? What are we?
Burps. I'm cheersing to. Oh. Are you throwing up?
I'm just laughing really hard.
I was like. I was like. That's what you just said.
My favorite thing is before you get to your cheers, one of my favorite things on the planet we've talked about is Smosh. And there's this one bit that the incomparable Amanda Lee Hancanto does where she's girl about to throw up, where she's they're doing these improv bits where she's a girl at the music festival. She's like, does anyone see my boyfriend? My mom dropped me off here 4 hours ago and I've been by myself. And I cry every time I see the bit. Every time they do that bit, I'm over here pissing, shitting, and farting.
Possessing.
Okay, do your cheers.
I'm cheersing to. So remember when I dumped out Nick from San Francisco?
Yes, very much so.
So I'm cheersing to another Nick
No.
from DC.
Wait, why are they both named Nick?
I don't know. But wait, I was trying to do the Western thing again. I forgot.
Once only.
One time only. No, I'm cheersing to Nick from DC. He came into Buffalo for family, not me.
Oh.
But we went on a date, and it was nice. And he redeemed Nicks. There was Nick from
Stevie Nicks?
No, he redeemed all Nicks. Not all Nicks, but I'm
just
fine with Nicks now. I was hating on Nicks, but now I'm good.
No, what about the Knicks, the LA Knicks?
Love the LA Knicks.
Is that what they're from? Is that from?
Basketball?
I think so. Hold on, I'll double check.
Isn't
Continue.
it New York Knicks?
Girl, I'm about to
LA
find out.
Lakers, you fucking stupid.
Okay, literally
sexual.
Literally end it. End your face.
End your life.
It is the New York Knicks.
God, you're so stupid.
What do I
I've
care?
actually never met someone as stupid as you.
Okay, that's really interesting because as you can look just right to the middle camera, all my degrees on the wall. Thank you.
0 degrees.
Baby, get in here. 0 degrees Celsius. Cold.
30, that's freezing. 32 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's up here is freezing.
Oh, can we also cheers to this?
What are we doing?
A raspberry Danish from Wegmans.
That's racist to Danish people.
Well, I'm going to eat them up, so.
Eat it up, eat it up, eat it up,
eat it up.
Don't be scared, boy. Eat
No,
it up.
we're not talking about anything in particular this episode. We are talking
until we
about,
randomly fall into.
Did we cheers to Nick? Nick, if you're watching this, and I know you are.
He is not going on another date with you. There is no third date in sight, Diva.
I'll be alone forever. Anyways.
Honestly, cheers to being alone forever.
All right, so we have a little bit of time, so let's go. We asked you today to submit some questions or topics for us to talk about today, and you guys came through.
They wanted it anonymous, that's why.
Well, yeah. We're going to do anonymous from now
anonymous
on because we're going to talk shit about them, but then we'll also, like, answer them. We'll talk shit about them if they're bad. Speaking of, one of them, every single time I do an anonymous link.
It's who are you fucking? Who are you into?
No.
Who are you?
It says, someone has a crush on you, ? Someone has a crush on you?
Who?
I don't know. Can you please tell me?
Who? And you know what? I bet it.
I don't know. Why are you asking me about who has a crush on me?
Someone has a crush on you? That's not a question.
Oh, wait. That's like someone has a crush on you?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Fuck you.
Also, when have we ever said that anyone had a crush on us? I actually think we said the exact same opposite.
Yeah. We literally said people hate us.
Yeah, we said the inverse of that.
Ugh. So anyways, bad anyway, question.
When I don't have like a dress on, I just want to like get up on the chair. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga.
All right. So who is the first person you think of in the morning?
Unfortunately, Hazel.
Person.
I said what I said.
Not
That's
cat.
a demon. That's a demon in a cat body.
Person.
Probably
me because I'm texting you.
no, probably myself. Because I'm all about self-love, you know?
That's such a dumb answer.
I'm all about self-love.
Well, I think of whoever I look at on my phone.
Wait, can I tell you who I actually sometimes think about? Yeah, I don't know if Amy watches this. Amy's like my work mom. Like so she's older. So I actually don't know if she watches our videos, but I tell her about them. I show her clips from the videos and stuff.
We love the clips.
And so sometimes, honestly, like no joke, my mom would probably hope it's her. Sorry, mom. It's actually my work mom, Amy, because I'm usually like, what time is it? And I look and I go, should I text Amy to find out if we got food at work today? For breakfast. So do I have to stop at Tim Hortons or 7-Eleven, or can I just go right to work?
Well, that's a routine, and Amy gets that.
Oh, today she sent it to me without me asking. She literally goes, we got breakfast. Huge burritos. Word for word. I'll show you the text. She goes, we got breakfast. Huge burritos. I said, fuck yeah, Amy. And then I didn't. And then I went and got.
Did you take the burrito down?
Actually, no. I
Really?
didn't eat the burrito. I put it aside for later.
Did you eat it?
No. It's still in the fridge for tomorrow. It's from IHOP.
Yeah.
What about you?
Who
are you thinking about?
Whoever texted me in the night. Because I just like roll over and open my phone up, which is so bad for you.
It is.
I really have to I have to disengage from my phone.
Somebody,
can you stop acting like a crazy person right now? Where are you?
Get her.
What are you doing?
She just wants to. So let me tell you something. No,
she's so cute. She looks like Puss in Boots.
Ditzy, keep all this in because you want to know why? This is what the fuck I have to deal with every morning. Hazel, when she wants my attention, she is never cuddly, never cute. Like I mean, she's adorable, but she's never cuddly. She's never sweet. She's never like in the morning. And I've learned to leave the door open. I sleep with the door cracked open so she can leave if she needs to. Doesn't fucking matter because in the morning, if I haven't woken up, she is clawing at the curtain in my room, clawing at the tapestry on my wall, kneading like my knees, like painfully, like in a spot that's like awkward, or she's coming up to my face and going like purring like in my face, which you think would be cute if not for the fact that I go, what? And then she like gets all up in my business. The scraping of the like walls, then knocking shit off of my she does the and knocks shit off my desk. So that's what the fuck I have to deal with every single morning. And that's why this is my demon cat. I love her to death, but she's a fucking demon.
Anyways.
This morning I just dead ass yelled at her because I was like, I literally go, hold on, I'm going to pull this away so you can't. I was like, the door is open. I was like, Hazel, the door is open. If you need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom.
Oh, can't wait to hear that in the morning.
No, I'm better when I have roommates. I was just so frustrated this morning because I was so tired. I slept like 4 hours. That's why I'm so cracked out. 4 hours of sleep. Bitch. What about you? Who's the first person? Is it just really whoever texted you?
Yeah. Another bad question. Single by choice or what?
Girl.
I can't.
Come on. Let's go.
I can't get up. You can do it. Oh, she actually left the full room.
These people need to watch the goddamn pod.
But you know what I don't like about that question? And sorry, when someone says like, "Oh, there's no bad questions," there are.
That's a bad
and
question.
this one, because single by choice or what? That just like showcases the mentality of the society that like everyone is you're less than if you don't have a partner, and like oh, you're single by choice. It's like, no, my favorite part is doing life alone, like single. But if someone were to come along and add to it, great. Oh my god. but
hey, at least it's not Hazel. Whoever that person is one day, at least it's not Hazel.
I would rather have that.
I mean, Hazel's my partner right now, and she's a fucking bitch.
She's crazy. I'm just gonna let her go.
Just let her go.
But yeah, no, that's a bad question. I'm sorry.
And if you submitted
if you submitted that,
you're lucky it's anonymous
we would come for you. Anyways,
unlike anybody else who's not coming for us.
And then last thing. Oh wait, we'll go to break. And we're back. Thanks everyone again for submitting your questions on our Instagrams. You submitted anonymous questions, and we are telling you that they're bad.
No, not all of them. I had a really good one.
Some really good ones.
Somebody that I said I would keep anonymous just to double down on it, but they were like, "Oh,
everyone's anonymous."
No, well, somebody messaged me
the
same question.
Okay.
So then I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll keep you anonymous, of course." And then they were like, "Oh yeah, I submitted to there, so I hope you have it. And if you don't, I'll say it."
I do, bitch. All right. How do you get over someone for real? FR.
Cut them out of your life completely. Completely cut them out. Ghost them, block their friends and their family, and then throw out everything they've ever given you.
I was just going to say, time heals all.
No.
It really does.
Literally, stop.
Literally.
Cease and desist.
It's true.
Yeah, sure, time helps, but you know what else helps?
Wait.
A baseball bat.
Wait.
Pull a lemonade on these bitches.
How do you get over someone? Get under someone. No.
No, stop.
No, don't do that. I would say, for me...
Ditzy, delete all of this.
Shut up. Why do we keep saying delete?
It's so funny. I love that bit.
It's not even a bit. It's not even funny.
It's literally hilarious.
You're the dumbest person I've ever met. And also, fuck you.
Well, you have hemorrhoids and constipation.
So let's get back to the advice segment of our pod.
Remember when we said we were just gonna do random segments? There was never gonna be a set.
It's always gonna be random. I don't want to ever do a set segment.
The only thing we do is cheers and dumb.
Yeah,
That's
cheers
it.
and dumb.
I just keep thinking about when we did that straight episode. What a cracked out energy
You're
we had.
literally straight now. Like this is
Literally, this is.
Oh, put it away.
What if my pants just ripped?
They would. Oh yeah. So how do you get over someone?
No, I'm like dead serious. I'm like,
You
but
wanna
like
go-
dead
you
serious, but
wanna-
like not super serious, but like.
I guess it
kinda dead
depends
serious.
what they do. Let's say it's just not a situation that just works out based on whatever. They didn't do anything bad. How do you get over somebody?
You have to cut them out. I'm sorry.
I really do think
Cut them out.
muting them on Instagram.
For
you don't
some
have to
amount of
block,
time.
You don't have to like block them or whatever, but just mute them so you don't see their things.
You gotta just take that. You just gotta take them.
Out of your mind. Mind
I thought
over
that would come off
matter.
easier.
Is that a thing? Should I say that? Mind
You
over matter.
See, you gotta take them. This is them, and they were sweet, and you
and
liked
then eat
them,
them.
and you go like this. Gone, gone from your life.
And then
gone.
I go pick them up.
Then every other gay in Buffalo will just walk over there, just like Hazel. Yeah. I wish we had a pivot. I wish we could grab the cam and pivot. And then, stick your ass right at them, of course, just like every other gay in Buffalo.
Sorry, that's all I got for you.
That's my only advice. And you know what? In terms of like a life experience, this has happened many, many times with people where it's like, I'm kind of interested in them. Maybe we talk we go on like dates. But to me, I'm very clear. These are dates. They have intention. And then the other person is like, I just like, don't really know. I think you're taking this more like serious than I am. I was like, I couldn't have been literally more clear that I was interested in you.
We're getting into the trauma, guys.
Exactly. And then when it's like, hey, that's not going to work, I'm like, great. I will be removing you from my life. Sorry, not sorry, because that's the only way I'm going to heal. Sorry, bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
you do have to like remove them from your day-to-day stuff. So just like, take everything out that like reminds you of them, and then social media, get them off for a while, and then time will heal all at that point.
Yeah, after that. Yeah,
After
that's
that.
fine.
All right. This is a good one. Both of you define sobriety in your own words.
I think this is the one that person sent me.
Oh, okay. So do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. My name's Mr. Mocktail.
Ew.
No, I would define sobriety as eliminating the thing that is causing you harm. So whether that be a substance, a person, I don't know what else, but basically like I eliminated alcohol, so I'm sober from alcohol. Okay, so that's causing me harm. I could then be sober from my phone because I'm addicted to it.
You're crazy.
So like that's
Sure.
something I have to work on. So for me, it's like eliminating, doing things to better yourself by eliminating certain things that are causing you harm.
Interesting. It's crazy because I feel like we've had this conversation before many a times, you and I, regarding like how sometimes it feels weird for me to be like, I'm sober because I say it, but I'm really just like, I've never done those substances, so I've never had to
It's more straight edge
become
for you, I guess.
sober from a
Yeah,
thing. So
Sober has
in my
to-
world, in the mental health field, in the addiction medicine field, things that I try to do, that I do like work with on the daily. I mean, like, I try to tell those people when they come in and they're like, I haven't really had a drink for like 9 months. I literally will stop their appointment immediately and be like, congratulations. And they're like, oh, thank you. No, I'm like, no, I'm serious.
You gotta
Take
take
a
it in.
minute.
Take it in.
Take a minute. Congratulations. You haven't had a drink in 9 months. You haven't smoked weed in 9 months. I'm thinking of patients that I've had recently that I've said that. And every time it happens, when that comes up, I'm like, they're like, well, and I've been like sober for 9 months. I say, congratulations, hold on, congratulations, that's amazing, really good job. And then they give this like cute like little cutesy smile
like
where people are being
affirmations
I'm
like you doing a hard thing.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't.
You're here to talk about your sobriety with your psych PA, like you're here with your psych provider.
And you're just like a human to a human, so you're just like congrats, like that's. Well,
I feel like also maybe in there, like a lot of them, depending on the stories, like are in situations or lives where like maybe the people around them aren't congratulating them for it, where they're like, why are you not drinking, without realizing that like they too may
even
also
going
have
a day without it. Like if you make the decision, even if you weren't a daily drinker or whatever, but if you make the decision, you're like, I'm a day into this new mindset. That's something to congratulate.
Yeah. So for me, obviously, I'm very much more on like this straight edge moniker of like, this is like, I've never done it, so it's never like I've never had to be sober from any substance or anything like that. But that's why like sobriety to me, I'm like, well, you're sort of making the active conscious choice to avoid some sort of vice. And for most people that would be a substance. Yeah. And that's why I think the important part is like actively pursuing abstinence from that thing, because then when you get people who relapse, they think that they've failed, and it's not. And we try.
You got to get it out of that mindset
as the people, like as a community, as a people, but also as like a healthcare provider. There's been sort of a conscious shift away from the idea of being clean or being sober for like length of period of time, and like not, and then like relapsing as like a failure.
Yeah, changing.
But rather as like they're blips. Like your sobriety journey happens in spurts until the spurts become longer and longer until it essentially goes away.
Yeah, because if you had like 5 years of sobriety and then you slipped up by maybe consciously being like, I think I can do it, and then things got crazy, like that doesn't take away from the 5 years that you had. Mm-hmm. So it's like changing the mindset of like, oh, because what spirals people down the road is beating yourself up. So it's like you have a little blip and then you beat yourself up and then you just think you deserve to harm yourself, which is continuing to drink. So it's just mindset.
There's also the situation where relapse essentially means the vernacular around the word relapse is as if you are on a journey somewhere and you've now fallen back to the north, to the not back to the beginning, but back to whatever baseline was. Like you've climbed the mountain.
Oh yeah.
And now you've relapsed and you've fallen down to the bottom again. Whereas like that doesn't have to be that. We shouldn't think about alcohol, like alcohol, drug use, all that stuff, whatever. We shouldn't think about that as our bottom of the mountain. We should be like, oh, you took a detour. Like, oh, you're like on your path should be the path of sobriety.
You came
and you
up
went
against a wall that you had to jump over, and that wall is like
and it's happened there.
Yeah.
Rather than
You're
being like, hey, your baseline, like no matter how much you've drank, used drugs, all that stuff, like, hey, your baseline before all that stuff was actually not doing those things.
Yeah.
So really, your baseline is there,
honestly.
And instead of relapsing, it's not the idea that your norm is doing all these drugs and you've abstained from it and now you're on this like upward climb, everything's amazing, and then you can fall from that climb. It should be no. You are on this constant path of returning back to what it was before you used those substances.
Factory
and
reset.
then if you end up relapsing in that sense, you're like, oh, I took a detour.
Yeah.
And that detour could be really bad. It could be really bumpy. It could be very short. It could be one instance. Yeah. It could end up being another several years of using the substance, unfortunately. But like, we're always trying to get back to basics, which long before you ever started doing something, it was not doing that. Yeah. It was not doing that. I mean,
we're all born into this life
for the most part,
straight edge.
For the most part, unless you're like mom is.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, that's in the weeds, but yeah. But like that's the whole thing is like, and people use the word sober as like such a heavy word. So like they bring all this like heaviness, like this has to change their entire life. If I'm sober, I'm doing something that's very hard. Yeah, it's hard to go against the grain.
Yes.
But every single person before using substances was not using substances.
Yeah.
So like it needs to be the norm that not using substances is the norm, is the baseline.
Yeah.
And using substances is like
something else.
But because it's socially acceptable, then it feels like not doing that is the weird thing, like the not normal thing.
Then I told you that story. I probably told it on the pod already about that, about one very specific sister of ours whose ex boyfriend at the time, but ex-boyfriend, like at Good Bar was like,
oh yeah, you're
what?
Not drinking?
Oh, you're not drinking? Yeah, that.
And that's the problem.
Like
yeah,
that,
and that's all constructed by society and like big alcohol, like throughout the years, like
big alcohol.
Really?
That's crazy.
And big alcohol, fuck yourself.
Wait, big alcohol, don't sponsor us.
Yeah, never sponsor
we'll
us.
Literally talk shit about you.
All right, so hopefully that gave it a little insight on how we think.
Yeah.
Okay. Working in the industry you do, entertainment.
Oh, this one?
I'm sure it's not all sunshine and rainbows. No, it is.
No,
I'm
it's
just
not.
kidding. How do you handle working with difficult people?
Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Block them. Delete them. Take that. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
It just brings it back.
No, bring it right back. Bring it right back. It depends on what they're difficult about. And it depends on context. This is a very difficult. This is a great question because it's very nuanced. It's very layered.
Yeah, you could.
Are we dealing with difficult?
Yes. Are we talking about boss?
Are we talking about venues? Are we talking about bosses? Are we talking about other performers? We're talking about background dancers. We're talking about.
Let's talk about. So we're in entertainment. We deal with.
Hold on. This is an X and a Y axis because it's all those people.
Okay, math.
But it's also. Are we planning a gig? Are we at the gig? Are we planning the gig? Are we hired and we're working towards the gig? Are we at the gig or are we after the gig? It's
Titsy, put in like the swirls, like
the math memes.
Oh yeah,
the math memes.
Oh yeah, the GIF.
She's like GIF.
Let's talk specific scenarios. So let's talk difficult people, as in a venue. Like if we're working with a venue and it's difficult. So
if we're currently working with a venue and it has become very difficult right at the outset, move the show.
Yeah.
Probably move the show. If we're really close to the date, deal with it and then never work with them again.
Yeah. So it just depends on where you're at, and that's why you said it's like very nuanced. So it's like we've had ones in the past where we've already promoted it. It's like close to the date.
Very close.
Something comes out where, it's not so, great
friendly
on the venue, or, you find someone that's doesn't align with your values and you're like, shit, if I knew that, I wouldn't have gone to this venue.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And so in that case, you just, finish it out. You weigh the pros and cons. You have the discussions with everyone involved and you say, you know what? We'll continue with this event, and then we just won't work with that person anymore. So,
and it really depends on the severity of what the issue is, because if it's like very bad, if it's very obvious and there's a huge issue, then obviously like cut ties immediately, and everyone in the event will probably agree with you for the most part. Whereas like if it's like a nuance, like ideologies aren't aligning and it's very close to it, it's like, okay, well. Yeah, most people would be like, yeah, we can finish this out, and like we just don't have to talk to that person, don't have to do it, blah, 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 whatever.
If it was really, really bad, then I would cancel.
Yeah.
Like, it depends. But for my situation, because I've had that happen before, I made sure to talk to everyone involved and get their opinions on it.
Including me, who wasn't involved.
Exactly. Yeah, I want opinions from people I trust, and like that's how I'm going to run my business.
And then
let's say it's like another performer in a show that you are at.
Same three scenarios.
Yeah.
If we're in the planning stage of a show and I've had the problems with the person before, not hiring them. Yeah. If we're in the phases of the show, of planning the show. We've already booked them, and we're getting up towards the show. This usually requires us to be. It could really happen in any context, but it has to. I mean, it also has to be maybe more of a advanced kind of show, something very specific, thematic wise, or that requires people to be rehearsing for the months beforehand. If we're having problems, then really it's like weighing. That is when you get the little subtle nuance of weighing pros and cons of like, okay, really, what is the issue? Is it like tardiness?
Can we coach it?
Yeah.
Can we coach it and be like, hey, I'm going to give you, because like you don't just take someone out or like,
I mean, the thing is
on what
you could,
you could,
but it would be such a harsh reality when the issue, if it was like boom, 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 all these bad issues snap, like, okay, obviously we got to get rid of you. But if it's like, it's drag. So if we have like really far ahead deadlines and then people really don't want to like, people are really dragging their feet about getting stuff in or getting the information, blah, 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 whatever, planning and stuff. It has a nuance to it.
But yeah, no, that's a good question. But yeah, handling conflict is very difficult. And I sometimes have a problem with it. And that's why I have to have conversations with my friends about it. Because like, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be that difficult boss or type of vibe. I just want to make sure that like, at least my needs as a company are met.
Yeah.
But in a way that's like giving people like flexibility and all those things. It's kind of how I supervise my team at my day job now. Like,
I've also said to you in response to some of these worries that you have where I'm like, actually, no, go ahead and say that. Like, I'm sorry, some of these performers need to be held accountable for what we expect and need from them. And there's a deadline, and the reason that, you know, for some people, like even myself included, when I'm like, all right, I still haven't submitted my songs for Friday or for this weekend. I don't have all the music for a show I'm DJing on Saturday. Like, because who cares?
Yeah,
because
you
these
have
are
the
like
power of that.
But because it's just like,
it's one of those like,
who cares? They're like random shows. I'm gonna send songs I know. They're gonna send whatever. I'll gather it together. It'll be fine. But when you're like, hey, this deadline is still this Friday, but the show isn't for 2 months, people are going to be like, okay, and not care. And it's like, well, you have to do the same amount of work to get that mix into me now or later. Yeah. So do it now.
Yeah.
So it's in on time and we can do something with it.
And I just think that it's just people have to put, and myself included, but people have to put each other in each other's shoes type of thing and be like, okay, as a performer or an event organizer, we have to understand like that it's not just your mix that I have to worry about. It's the whole
you have 11
event.
People's mixes to worry about.
Well, but it's like marketing, promotion, just making sure that the tickets sell. Like there's just so much that goes into it.
We're also at like venues that are not just like open hole policy. It's not just like, oh, walk in with you and like 6 of your friends into the back area and like do whatever, blah, blah, whatever.
Like
we're like, no, we're at like a business, the one that we're thinking about. Yeah. We're at like a business that's like, no, we'd like to know who's sitting in our back areas near all of our expensive equipment.
Probably need wristbands
or who's on the list. Yeah. So when they say their name, we know. Exactly. And we're talking backup dancers plus the performers plus your dresser if you have one plus whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So.
We're back with questions. Thank you so much for submitting. What?
I just remembered I get to play video games after this.
Shut up. And I get to eat a Danish. Ew, I hate that. That's like a Gen Z thing. Anyways, next question is, Buffalo's known for being very cliquey and gossipy. Do y'all feel you get caught up in that or actively try to avoid situations or groups where that's rampant?
I'm confused about who's writing this.
Well, that's anonymous.
No, but exactly. But this is my issue. Who is writing this? Which is fine. Obviously, we don't know.
Let me just say this. Everywhere is cliquey and gossipy. It's not just Buffalo. It's people in general. You're welcome. And you know what?
Tips.
Touching tips.
No, let me say that I'm going to get...
Oh, address the people?
Let me just sit up.
Yeah, finally.
Well, I've been like perched back there. I liked it. This is why when I say this, I say, who wrote this? Because my question is, My question for this person who wrote this question is, where are you? Where are you where you feeling like it's clicky? Because I have a question. Where are the cliques? Tell me who is certain cliques. And then tell me if those people would or wouldn't let you be a part of it. There are certain cliques.
And what are you doing to maybe try to get a part of it?
Let me tell you something, because there are plenty of cliques. Plenty.
We're a clique.
I mean, you and I are. Sober 16 is. But like,
not really.
Who isn't? I mean, it's a business, but there are certain people that are almost directly always linked to it, like me, you,
but that's not. I mean,
our friends.
The business.
But is that a clique? Exactly.
Yeah,
that's the
what
question.
What is
a clique and what's a friend group? Because a clique, to me, is something that is like intentionally exclusive. Where I'm like, where are we being intentionally exclusive?
Are they coming for us?
If you're talking about, let me say this. If you're talking about underground, everybody is going there to do a show at one point.
Yeah.
At some point. If you've done a show there, you are welcome to be friends with everybody.
And this could be a non-performer.
That's okay, sure.
This could be someone, who knows?
There's that. I mean, like, there's the Plastics friend group, which is a clique, which I love the Plastics. Don't get me wrong. I used to be on the Plastics.
Not anymore.
But that's also a group of friends. You wouldn't look at that and be like, yeah, that's a clique because they're excluding. I was like, they do a kickball thing together, separate without other people.
Yeah.
But also, like, as somebody who used to be on it, those are also still the majority of my friends.
Yeah.
Then there's like certain drag houses. Are those cliques? No, those are people who are like directly
let's say
linked together.
Cliques is hard because it's like yeah, and that's like everyone is kind of like intertwined in a way.
But people are all interwebbed around
what
here.
I would have to say is, for this person, if you feel that it's cliquey, find your own clique. Like, what are you interested in? God, I'm doing. Wow, thank you.
I wanted to see it for the cheers. Yay!
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, like, find what you're interested in and find your own clique. Like, I found my clique through a mutual friend that then it turned into this, which is technically a clique. But I'm not involved in I'm not involved in the Plastics and the kickball.
Yeah.
I'm not involved in this. So it's like, I decided I don't want to be in those cliques because that's just not what I'm interested in.
And let me tell you something. I said the same. I think we've talked about this before, but I'm not going to say who this is in reference to. But one of my lovely drag siblings, who is a dear, dear friend of mine, would pull me aside at some of our events when we would do our random events together, and they'd be like, "Do like the Buffalo people hate me?" And I'm like, "What do you mean the Buffalo perform?" Like, they're like, "Oh, I just feel like they don't want to come to my things, and they want to do this and that and the third." I was like, nobody dislikes you. Everyone really likes you. Like, and then I think there was also that energy with somebody who's very close to that other person, where it's like, do people just not like me? I'm like, everybody really, for the most, I mean, there is some disdain among certain people for separate singular reasons, right?
Yeah.
Because everyone has issues with
that's just
somebody.
People in general.
But for the most part, I'm like, everyone is a person away, minimum. If even that, if even one person, most people, I'm like, pretty much every drag performer in the city, I'd pretty much at least be like, you're at least like in the
sphere,
second tier of the sphere. You're not maybe like my closest people like you are. You're not maybe like my sisters, like my like true sisters and brothers and siblings that are real tight to me. But I'm like, you're not some rando.
Yeah.
The second you're like a drag performer and I want you to be
fam.
Like part of here, you know, like be part of the clique.
I gotta address the people.
Be part of the big clique.
Yeah. I gotta address the people.
Click by Adam Sandler.
Oh, the only movie that really makes me cry every single time at the end.
You can say whatever you were about to say because I'm just gonna ignore that you just said that.
You don't cry. What are you, a cold-hearted bitch?
She's a cold-hearted cunt. Look into her eyes.
I have to address the people. Nobody is thinking about you. Oh. Wow. Everyone is only thinking about themselves all of the time.
Clock.
That once you accept that it's never as big of a deal as you're making it.
Never.
It frees you from this fucking heaviness, this anxiety that you're constantly going, oh my God, they hate me, or they're cliquey, they're gossiping about you. No, they're not. And if they are,
They suck.
That's their problem. They're doing some shit that's negative and negative on their heart, and you go do what you need to do. But really, most people are not thinking about you.
You know what's crazy is like there's never been I feel like there's really never been a situation like this is like I have an Android, and so I have really never been in the iPhone chats even when they like went cross compatible. Then recently somebody told me that they were in the group chat, and I think it was Damsel or somebody. Hi Damsel. Was like, should we add like Willa to the chat? And I think it was like MJ or somebody, I cannot remember who I was talking to, was like, I don't think Willa wants to be part of this chat. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't feel that that's a clique separate from me. I used to. There was a time when I was like, I feel like there's a clique.
When I was
younger. Then I realized I was like,
yeah.
wait, no. They actually are really respecting the fact that I don't want to be part of another insane group chat. An iPhone group chat.
Keep me out of the group chats.
Baby, they are silent. Even the UG showrunners.
Even
group
my
chats
chat
are
with you.
Silent. Silent. Silent.
Just muted.
No, the UG showrunner and the show host group chat muted because the bitches be in there chatting, and they know that I keep it muted. I'm like, at me. I'm like, at me.
I've left
so
my own family's group chat multiple times.
Yes.
Because I go, Mom, no.
I'm busy. I'm booked,
busy,
blessed, and highly favored.
And I just don't want to think about it.
Yes.
I don't want that in like coming into the brain. I have so much to think
and
about.
I don't feel like that's a click separate from me. I'm like, no, they understand. I'm like, when I get invited to things, I'm like, thank you, I'm invited.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, I live up here
still
in the
invite
North
me,
Towns. I'm like, yes, please. But I'm like, I'm up here in the North Towns. I have my time. I have my energy. Like, I'm not going to 26 randomly for fun.
I know.
I love 26.
When I move in,
easy for you.
They
You'll
won't.
never see
You'll
me
never
again.
see me again.
Well, I love my drive. I love my sisters and everything, but I see that there's sometimes randomly, like on a Tuesday, like out and about doing stuff, and I'm like, thank God I'm not down there.
No,
because knowing me, I don't got no self control. If I was downtown,
you'll be drinking.
No, girl, be so. I don't have self control. If I lived where you live currently,
you would still stay home.
I
bitch.
would. No,
I'm staying home.
If I could walk down the stairs and be well, if I lived like more up towards like higher on Elmwood, like Forest area where everybody else kind of like is vibing up there, and they were like, "We're going to Good Bar tonight." Mary Jane, I can hear her voice.
Oh yeah,
girl, grab your stuff. We're going to Good Bar tonight,
girl.
And I would be like, "Well, I did finish writing my notes.
Yeah,
I
let me stop.
I guess it's 10:30 p.m. I was gonna stay up till 1 anyway.
No,
I would, and you know what? And I'm saying that. You know how easy it is to be like, 20-minute drive. I can't do it to get down there. Oh. Done and done.
God.
The conversation.
If I give you that
dead.
excuse, just know it's real.
Because I'm not getting out of bed to get in my car to drive down there for 20 minutes to drive down there to then hang out for 45 minutes.
I better
be
getting something in return.
That's what. Exactly.
So yeah, I think the person that wrote that is just maybe a younger person, which is valid because when you are younger, you do feel that way.
I just wonder.
But
I
just
wonder, like, that's why I'm like, I'm not wondering who you are so we can make fun of you. I'm wondering who you are so I can be like,
I want you to know that it doesn't matter.
Or
shit
like,
shit doesn't matter.
Because if it's a performer, if it is somebody who's in the performance sphere, the nightlife sphere.
Trying to figure out who it is.
I'm not trying to figure out. I'm just saying, if it's a performer that's in the nightlife sphere and it's like somebody who is newer, I'm like, baby, we promise you, just show up.
Just show up
and
talk.
Show up and go, hey Willa. Hey, Carrie.
Hey,
Tara.
I just want to meet you. I just wanted to say hi. Just
that
go support the shows and all that stuff if you're a performer. Now, I will say, I do appreciate, though, the idea of getting in drag just to be out there and kind of promote yourself, because that shows that, like, you're putting effort into, like, trying to get booked. So, like, I do appreciate the notion of it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do that. But I think I like someone who's gonna put that extra energy, free energy.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? The sweat equity. Like, I like that shows that you really like want it.
I mean, I agree with
that.
Sweat equity.
Oh God.
I agree with that concept, but just in terms of like, you don't even need to get in drag because getting in drag is uncomfortable for the most part, uncomfortable, annoying, takes time and extra energy. Whereas for the most part. That's what I was telling the Pinwheel. Just come to the club sometimes.
Yeah.
People aren't gonna forget you if you spend a week not coming to the club.
If you're in New York City, though, I would say
I'm sure.
That.
Well, I'm sure that's the case. But here, I'm like, no.
Here's
just,
very
you can come to the show
community.
like not in drag and be like, oh, I'm this person, and I would love to be in your show sometime. Great. I will, I'll think about it, and we'll maybe try to find a place to put you. If you come in drag, I can like look at what you're presenting, so it might be easier like portfolio wise to be like, oh wait, you would like do really well at the spooky show. Yeah. You do really well like, oh, at the Broadway show. We start talking, you talk about Broadway, you look like a Broadway damsel. I'm like, okay, yes, we'll put you in the Broadway show. Like, it makes sense.
But just come have a good time.
You can just come out and have a good time.
Literally, that's all it's about.
That's what I think the best part, I feel like, is like after Drug this upcoming year. Drug is Drag Race Underground for any of you newbies around here. We did season 1 last year. We do a competition at the Underground called Drag Race Underground. I coined it as Drug. Thank you very much. Because they were calling it Underground's Drag Race, and I was like, no, it's Drug, girls. You missed a really, really easy opportunity.
I mean,
so we're doing Drug season 2 coming up in
marketing.
May and June. So Drug season 2 is coming out. It's gonna be the competitors are amazing. It's gonna be incredible. The best part about it, completely live, no stunt show shenanigans. We're not pulling production stunts. We are. If people do poorly and then lip sync poorly, they are going home. Period. Point blank. As one of the main judges, as somebody who did the DJing and sort of ghost judging last year, I was like a ghost voice in the room, and then this year as an official judge every week. Guys, I have every one of those people I know. I'm rooting for all of them to bring me good drag so that I can enjoy it and I can love it and then I can judge it. And to that effect, none of the judging is rigged. We are here to look. I looked my own daughter in the eyes last year and was like, that was bad.
Okay. So next question is, this is a good one. We're going to have to either bleep stuff out or cut it out or just not say anything specific.
What?
Spill the tea.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a blacklist of people or places you refuse to work with? This, I think, could be the same person as the gossip and the... Because they both said y'all.
I have...
Let me say this. I have specific venues I will not work with. I'm not going to say what they are.
Similarly, I guess I have probably a lot of those same venues, except for maybe one of them. Well, I think you would still work with that venue if that other person was maybe not like, whatever, it doesn't matter.
I know exactly.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. I definitely have a list. I probably have a list of performers. I don't know if I would even call it a blacklist. I would just say it's a list of people I'm just not going to ask. I just don't think they're good. I'm not going to ask them. They're not people that... Some of them have caused issues with me that I would never even consider. Why would I ever want to book you ever? You're not good, and you also have an issue with me?
Yeah.
No. It's a very short list.
Yeah.
But Melina can go fuck herself. So
yeah. Mine is more of like...
Bleep
not.
That.
It's honestly like switched. Like, I just have, I think, my go-tos that I just trust, and... You can become that by just building a rapport with me and coming to the show, supporting, because I like to give chances to people that I see really want it. Mm-hmm. So it's more of like I have a list of go-tos, and then that's really go-to venues, go-to DJs, go-to, this and performers and all that stuff. So it's more of like that rather than an actual blacklist.
I feel like for
mine, I don't have a problem saying certain people, and it's not just like drag performers. It's like everybody. I have a blacklist of like business owners and venues, just people in general that I'm like, nah, I'm good.
No. Yeah, I feel similarly. Mine is maybe more performer centered because there's just like people that I'm like, goes back to our previous questions about you're going to get sloshed. I'm not having you at my show. You are not going to perform well. I'm not having you at my show. You cause me issues. I'm not having you at my show.
Yeah.
You're problematic. I'm not having you at my show. Like, and then that doesn't just go for shows that the few things that I have control over, but shows that I'm in, where a lot of times, then that list becomes more of a yellow list, a brown list, maybe, where it's more of like, okay, well, there's a certain person in an upcoming event for Pride that I'm like, I don't really want to be associated with that person.
Yeah.
But
like weighing
and
the
that
pros
person
and
is
cons of
problematic.
like being in that
But
show.
technically, I'm not like directly associated with that person, and my set's at a different time, and all
Yeah,
this stuff, blah blah blah, whatever. So, okay, like that. So that I'm not. I have a whole distance between me and that person.
Yeah.
Same with like
we just want to follow the good vibes. And if you are bringing bad vibes,
we're just here to serve pussy and
just-
serve kind.
Exactly.
And I'm all out of pussy.
There's
Kind.
no pussy. All right, next question.
I love these
What's
questions.
been your favorite event you've done so far, or been in? And we'll talk specifically Sober 16.
Okay, because we really gotta pare it down
There's
because
just
I was
a
like,
lot. Yeah, there's
I was
too
probably
many.
gonna say the Pride stage, like for if
Like
we were
main
doing
stage?
if we were doing
Oh,
non
okay,
Sober
yeah.
16.
Well, it's because the biggest. It's like the most.
Well, yes, but even in the rain.
Yeah.
Like, because we did it in 1 year in the sun, and then we did the other year in the rain. Both were fun, but I broke my heel the sunny year, and then the rainy year I didn't, and that one was really fun, and that had a solo performance. Like,
that was really good.
that was really fun for me.
That felt like I was watching like a Sasha Colby. Like I was watching like I mean you're terrible compared to her.
I know. Oh, I know. Sasha
But
Colby is like
I'm just
goddess.
saying that's the vibe of like my friend.
Yeah, they felt that.
was
If we're
just
doing
fun.
Sober 16 events, it's hard to say because so many have been like.
I mean, so many of
different.
them are so good too.
But they're also like so different. Like I love the gym shows,
Oh yeah.
but those are a completely different energy and vibe,
Yeah.
separate
Well,
from
I would say
like the stage.
yeah, because it's like
productions.
I really enjoyed Ari Night, the 2.0 with the Wicked.
Loved RNA
That was
2.0.
really really fun, and that was like our first real one where we did like a storyline, and I feel
We
like
really
and like
gathered
really
the storyline
put a
on that one.
production element to the events.
Yeah.
So that's why I really liked that one. But my favorite one was honestly the Lady Gaga album release party, because I was like dancing and having
I would say
like I felt like a guest.
What did I do for? Was Gaga Pride last year too?
Oh,
That's probably the one.
Yeah,
That's the one.
yeah,
for me.
too. It's never
It
mind.
just it.
That was the most iconic.
See, because
Sober
like
16 event.
the Evolve gym shows are very specific.
Yeah.
And I love them because I get to hang upside down on that one rack,
Yeah.
which I love.
Well,
you know, I love.
You don't get to, but
Wait, let me
you do.
Oh no! Because I clear it with them now because they're okay with that. I told them I said I set that weight to balance me so I don't fall, and then because the last time I did it, I didn't just go upside down. I like walked upside down. Do you remember?
Yeah, I have a video of it.
Cracked out. I need that video. We gotta post it. Cracked out. So those are great.
Those are good. Those
And
are
then
fun.
there's like all of the Sober 16 shows that were like at that one place that we don't talk about anymore. Then there's like 26 that we had some things. And then it was like, it just feels like it's gone up and up and up.
Yeah.
And then Gaga, like last year's Pride event was like here.
That
it was
like
the pinnacle.
This is the standard now. Like
because,
almost.
Because even because the Halftime Divas show, like that
was
feels
so
like
fun.
here maybe.
Yeah.
And like also like Nikki Night
Yeah.
was like
The
here.
Queens of Hip Hop.
Both
was even
Ari
so
nights
fun.
are like here.
Yeah.
You know, they're just below it.
But they're
that Gaga night
different.
felt
Yeah.
so like
I mean, there was
just
300 people.
over the top.
That was so fun.
Amazing, and that was really just.
That was the energy of that one was really good. But yeah, they're also different. Like I love the speed dating and speed friending events that we do. Like so there's just like so many different categories. Like the comedy shows. Oh my god. Like those are my favorite.
She said,
Actually, I'm gonna write down like the series of stuff that I want to do for the next year, like comedy shows, drag shows, those types of things.
"Brunches."
Maybe.
I just want to say that the like. But probably Pride is maybe my favorite thing that I've.
But this
done.
Pride might be.
But also like that was last year. That was the same. That was the day after. Like Lady Gaga, like that whole weekend. It was that whole weekend was incredible. And then the show that Banshees. Honestly, Pride weekend is pussy.
Love our events.
But let me say this last thing. The real thing that I think impacts me the most every year isn't Pride. It honestly isn't even our Sober 16 events. It's Warren County Pride. Because every time I go to Warren County Pride, it's not just Struthers Theater. Like I love Struthers Theater, and they're up there. It's the whole event, that whole day that I'm down in Warren. They treat me like the main act.
Oh, yes.
Which feels really empowering to be like, listen, I'm just here being a stupid bitch, just like dancing, singing, acting stupid, having a good time. And they like love it. But it's that level of
like they're
country queerness. Yeah. Where this is where I say it takes away. It's a step away from Struthers and over to the actual in the park Pride event where it's run by a very small group of queer people from the like southern tier plus like northeastern or northwestern Pennsylvania, and they're having this like this Pride is like not the only thing. I don't want to be like downplaying or condescending to them, but it's like this is what they have.
Well, they don't get a lot.
This is what they have.
This is their time to come out and
we're
be
at a
with
queer
people.
event in June for Pride in a park, and even if I'm having to be family friendly, who cares? Like I enjoy. I see just kids from families that look like they would never accept what's going on.
Yeah.
Or queerness in general. And instead I'm in Pennsylvania, bumfuck Pennsylvania, in the middle of nowhere in a tiny ass town where people are being supportive. They're like showing joy, queer joy and queer love and all this stuff. I mean, it even made my dad come out to see me for the first time ever. Like that's how like powerful that is to me. So that's probably the most impactful.
I love like the events.
You have to go.
See kids.
You can't go this year, can you? Because you're at Lockport Pride.
I know. We'll have to go back.
I was just there the other day.
Well, we'll have to go back.
And I filmed promo. You're welcome.
For what?
Bailey, we filmed promo.
For what?
When I was in Struthers.
For the...
Yeah.
You said you're welcome like it's going to benefit me.
Remember when Jared Leto was the Joker? He was like, click up. Anyway.
Remember when he was like hot shit? Now he's... Anyways.
Dead.
All right. Is this the last question? Oh, yeah. This is the last question for today.
Perfect. And then we can be done.
Did you get the question?
It was the sobriety one.
Oh, okay. Well, we're ending on a sobriety note. Has your sobriety driven a wedge between you and anyone in your life? And if so, how did you handle it? This question's for me, not you.
Oh. I guess I'll count myself.
Okay. So, guys, I'm doing this pod solo now.
In my house. With my dead corpse sitting here.
Let's see. No, because I keep a close group of friends. Very few. I can count them on one hand. Before I met my queer friends. But I will say this. So no one close to me that like fell off because I stopped drinking. But I will say that it does hinder developing relationships.
Yep. 100%.
So if you are somebody who goes out and drinks a lot or even like just, a lot. Because like I don't care about really if you drink around me. I don't really care. But if you are somebody that goes out and drinks a lot, we're probably not going to be that close. And it just is what it is. Like it's not me doing it on purpose. It's just life. We are interested in different things.
Because of my thing has never, because it never became a thing. It was never like drinking and then becoming sober. Mine has completely from the jump
always
hindered certain situations. Because when I was a teen, in some regards, they would be like, hey, so-and-so who's a senior in the drama club is coming to like pick us up and we're all going to go hang out at so-and-so's place or like out in the woods or whatever and like hang out. And I'd be like, I don't really necessarily feel comfortable because like we're just going to be drinking and like I don't do that. So like I'd be like, sorry, can't do it. And that would and it wouldn't like make it super weird with them. People would just maybe sometimes not ask me or because they knew. And then I would be like, well, I would have wanted to go. They're like, well, I was like, why didn't you ask me? They're like, well, we were just gonna drink and get wasted
because
in
that's
the woods.
the only thing that we're doing.
Okay, valid. That's the thing. I would be like, okay, valid. Like you're right. Thank you for. At least
I wouldn't want to go to that. Yeah,
that you knew that I wasn't gonna do that.
Yeah.
And that has extended through college when drinking on the weekends was a huge thing, and so I used to take myself to the movies every weekend at the Princeton Garden Theater.
I couldn't even imagine being in college and not drinking because. Yeah, that's like what we did.
There was a big like it was a little bit Christian led, which was a little annoying. Like the alternative was like a Christian led or like I think it was like a Christian led organization that was like focusing on not drinking on the weekends. Anyway, they used to do some cool shit. So like that's separate from however they operated. But I used to like do a lot of stuff on myself.
Yeah.
I used to take myself to the movies alone. Used to take myself eating alone. Used to like
we love that though.
used to like go do like go to shows alone, like late night shows and stuff, just for me. Because I'm like, and that hindered developing relationships in college, and even now it hinders it, because there are some people. Let me tell you this without saying names. There are some guys, queers in this area, that I have been interested in, that I've maybe flirted with, or like said hello to and been a little flirtatious with, and then I go home. Like, we don't go home together or whatever. I'm just like flirting. I'm like, oh, maybe something cool would like happen between us there or whatever. But then I go home. And then a week and a half later or 2 weeks later, when I go back to 26, lo and behold, they're there with somebody else. Because it turns out that in the interim, when in the interim, when I decided to go home and be a logical person at 2:30 in the morning, from about 2:30 to 4,
they met their soulmate.
That other person had swooped in and had just as nice of an interaction with that person, but was either drunk enough to then suck them off. I'm just paraphrasing.
Paraphrasing your own self.
Either like drunk enough to like go do frisky things with them, or just drunk enough to like make some sort of weird
move,
like
a
movement connection. And I'm like, I make moves not drunk. I'm still trying to do that.
Oh, I'm a flirty fucking bitch.
But then I'm like, okay, it's like 2:30. I'm gonna head home. Okay, I'm staying here. I'm gonna hang out with my friends for a little bit longer.
And then things develop.
And then the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, when I see them again, I'm like, oh, we were flirting. Oh, they're here with this other drag sister of mine. Okay, weird.
But that was weird. But that's the thing. But what's good about that is like you're making that decision for me. Great, because I don't want someone who stays out till 4 a.m.
I mean, for my thing, it's like I don't care, but it's like
that's not for me.
I mean, like for me, it's like I don't necessarily care, but I'm just like I feel like sometimes the sobriety, from my perspective,
hinders that.
Does hinder those interactions, because I'm sorry, you are after drug on the weekends, like upcoming. Thankfully, I start working like 9 a.m. on Mondays, so like that'll be fine. I'm not staying out till 4 a.m. I'm not going to the afters.
No.
That's the other thing. I'm not going to afters at all. You'll not catch me
I was
at
just
an
going to say,
afters.
you're never going to catch me at an afters.
You're never going to catch me at a certain older gay man's house that everyone goes to suck and fuck. A very specific gay man's house around here that everyone goes to fool around at the afters.
Bill.
I'm telling you, like, you are never going to find me at these certain locations because they are very, like, alcohol and drug driven.
Yeah.
And that's just not for me.
But
that's just
we're
not for me
in those
all.
spaces, and that's something that we don't want.
And that hinders my connections with certain
but
people. It does.
I will say, what was I going to say? Fuck.
It's I said that. You were like...
Oh, no. I think that when I was a little younger, I was like, just society in general, like, if you didn't drink, you weren't in these spaces to, like, network with people and build relationships, whether it's personal or business or something. So I still think in a lot of industries that does exist, like if you're, like, a lawyer or something, like, or in sales, like, to build those relationships in business, like you do have to go out to lunch and go out to drinks and those types of things, and like have like build relationships with your clients. Same thing with like relationships, like personal ones, like you go out for drinks to like get to know somebody and those types of things. So like I think before this big like non-alcoholic movement, if you didn't drink, it did hinder like your personal and business relationships because that's what everyone was doing. But now, since there's like mocktails and those types of things, like you don't have to step away in that way. Like you can go to a bar and everyone feels comfortable. But in those instances where it's like, yeah, it's hindering you building relationships after 2 a.m. But at that point, if anyone's actually up and semi-functioning after 2 a.m., it's not a good thing.
No. You no good. I live by this
done
philosophy.
at midnight, bitch.
Baby, I've lived by this philosophy for a long time. Nothing good happens after 2 a.m.
No, it's midnight now.
To me, it's still 2 a.m.
Oh.
Because I just stay up late anyway because of the drag shows and things. But to me, I'm like, nothing good happens after 2 a.m. That means that if I'm trying to have a hookup, if we are on the way to my house by 1:30, It's not happening.
No.
It's not happening.
Sorry.
Because you know what? You're going to show up and we're going to have a hookup. And then
it'll be
and then the 4 in the morning. It'll be 4 in the fucking morning. And the birds are going to start. And I'm going to have to fall asleep with the sun rising. And I'm not doing that. And she said it's 10 o'clock.
Oh. Yeah, no, we don't do that anymore. I used to do that all the time. See the sunrise?
No.
Not doing it.
No. The sunrise is beautiful. Miss Sun.
Miss Sun?
Miss Sun, Miss
She's
Star.
Great.
Miss Sun Star.
Sun
She's gorgeous. She's stunning. She's ready.
But I will never see her.
She's a ball of plasma. Could never watch her rise above the eastern equator or the eastern horizon. Could never watch it. Could never.
She's a ball of plasma.
Ball of plasma. She is serving plasma cunt.
And she could.
But I could never.
She could rise and grind without her.
She needs to be on her rise and grind alone. She's an independent woman. She does not need me to stay up and watch her. I don't need to be her supervisor, her micromanager.
I would like to stay up and watch with a hot guy. Eventually. Like, we just talk all night.
Yeah, I've also realized recently I had somebody spend the night at my place. Not even after we hooked up. Somebody just slept over because they were, like, fucked up. And I was like, come spend the night at my house. Your, like, bed is covered in throw up and all this shit. It was crazy. So they slept in my bed with me, and we just slept next to each other. Worst sleep that both of us have ever had.
And like, I think we should end
sleeping next to somebody. Guys, next week's dump out, I'm pre-dumping out sleeping next to another person. Fuck that. Never again in my life.
Wow, this is the first time we've ever pre-dumped. This is great.
Trying to do a little colonic.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much. Guys and girls and gays and theys. Thank you so
And honestly, fish people.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching us and hanging out with us. Be our friend. Comment on the YouTube. Like and subscribe. 5 stars. All the things. Whatever. At Mr_Mocktail.
At Miss Willa DeWisp.
At CTT Pod.
At Sober16.
And yeah, like, I just feel like we should be at 50 subscribers at least. And we're at 43. So 7 people. Get 7 of your friends to follow us. We're gonna be really famous one day, and you're gonna
honestly if you're a sober person and you have like sober group chats or sober friends in other cities, like share it to them.
Share it.
Listen, we don't
this
have
was
to
a
be
really
Buffalo
good episode because we
don't have to be Buffalo exclusive. Like we're international, girl.
We are international.
We have one
women.
person in Saudi Arabia like listening to us. Like,
no, I bet. I could be there. Yeah, we'll come there.
No, we can't.
No, we won't.
We can't.
No, we won't.
We can't go
you
there.
can come here.
Yeah, you can come here. Come here.
And you can stay at Will's house.
We got an extra room. We got the drag room.
Yeah.
I got a air mattress right there.
Oh,
bye.
Okay, bye. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Bye. I'm trying to think of something funny to do for the bit.
Oh wait, the sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
It's just gonna come naturally.
Cheer.
Wait. You gotta like. So
This is the outro. This is the outro
Stop
already.
calling out the clips in the middle of the clip.
It's hilarious.
I know, but then we gotta sit in the funny. Okay,
because then you'll never stop.
This is gonna be crazy.